Today we're on the street of UI to ask various UI students how they manage to strike a balance between academic work and their leisure activity. As we know, this is UI. Everybody carry book for it. So come with me as we ask various UIs how they balance their academic and leisure activities.
Hello,
Good evening.
good evening.
So please, I'd like to know your name and your department and your level.
Okay, my name is Umaru Nathaniel. I am from Counseling and Human Development Studies, 300 level.
Okay, so I'd like to know how do you manage to balance your studies and leisure activity? As we all know that UI, everybody carry their book for it. So how do you manage?
Well, first thing I can say is on God. And also, I try as much as possible to put my activities into the days that I have off days. Because there are some days that I have 8 to 5 classes, and there are some days that just 8 to 10, I'm done for the day. Those days like that, I can do the rest of my activities for the rest of the day.
Okay, so what kind of leisure activity do you partake in?
Oh, I'm into modeling. I'm a runway model.
Oh, okay.
So I have shows, I have shoots. I'm also a basketballer. I play basketball. Also play football for my department. So
Okay, so one quick question. Let's assume that you say you're a runway model. Let's assume like you have a show perhaps the day you have class 8 to 5. How do you manage?
that day, call my course rep, beg him to help me tell the lecturer in case there's a test.
Okay.
And attendance matter. Alpha guy, right man.
Well, you cannot do that in my own department.
Eh,
So they'll
eh,
count you.
so not all departments are wicked like that, but if you know the lecturers, like know the lecturers, you can know the places and times to do that kind of things.
So I see that you manage to strike a balance.
Yeah,
So, thank you very much.
as much as possible.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome.
So we'd like to know your name, your level, and your department.
Okay, my name is Olufunmilola Awidare, a 400 level student.
So the question we're asking today is how do you manage studies and leisure activity as a UI student?
Oh wow, okay, that's a lot. So I belong to two press organizations.
Okay.
And on an average, I write about 3 to 5 articles every week. I have school too. So I think it's all about my priority. I sacrifice some things to make some things work. For example, sleep. Sometimes I have to sacrifice my sleep to write articles or to read my books for tests and exams. And sometimes I just leave it. Sometimes I'm really tired, so I don't do nothing. I just sleep but most times I sacrifice my sleep. I don't go to events that I do not plan. Like I don't go. I'm not very impulsive with going out, so I just don't try to go out to events. Maybe a friend called, there's an I don't. So I have my day planned out most times.
Okay. So can we say that you have your studies and leisure very balanced?
No. For me, balance is an illusion. Balance is a it does not exist. It all depends on your priority. Basically, just do the right thing at the right time.
Right. Thank you very much for having us.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, so can we know your name, your level, and your department?
Yeah, I am Adedoyin, educational management, 100 level.
Okay, so the question we're asking today is how do you manage to strike a balance between academic work and your leisure activity?
It has really not been easy. Like, has not been easy. Like, I've not been able to
Okay, so
balance
if I
it.
may ask, what leisure activity do you take part in? Are you in any society? Do you have your own personal interests?
Yeah, I am in Faculty of Education L&D and also in EMSA basketball.
Okay, so how's it been going for you?
Not really easy to balance everything.
Okay, how you find balancing? Because as a student, facing academic alone is not the only way. I'm sorry, can we know your name, your level, and your department?
My name is Abdullah, and I'm a dentistry student, and I'm in Orele.
Okay, so the question for today is how do you manage studies and leisure activity as a UI student in quotes?
As a UI student, well, I just like set a day for my leisure time, so I use just one day to like at least a day to like just get so back on the things that I have missed. Though there are some days where sometimes you feel like you still need to like get some leisure times. So
So if I may ask, what leisure activity do you take part in? Are you in any L&D? in any
Nah,
organization or whatsoever?
nah, I haven't joined any organization yet.
Okay.
Though I don't know how the things are like in UI since it's just like my 100 level.
First year.
So yes, it's just my first year. So I'm just like still like looking at it. Though I just like for my during my leisure times I watch film, I do play ball.
Yeah.
So and I also batters with some of my guys.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for having us. It's
You're
lovely to
welcome.
hear your experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right. Good afternoon.
That's all.
Yeah, with me at the University of Ibadan, you know, our secretary. So we'd like to know how we balance leisure activity and study.
It's tasking, sha. I'm not there yet, but then I set alarms for many things so I don't forget and just try to avoid procrastination.
Yeah, before we proceed, your level and your department.
Okay, I'm in 300 level civil engineering.
Okay, so is there any extracurricular activity you partake in aside from politics?
It's not politics, it's service.
All right,
Yeah.
aside from service.
I like music, so I play the keyboard and other instruments, yeah. And I like to play ball, but I don't play as much as I used to.
Class, house secretary, keyboard. How do you manage?
When I'm less busy, or let's say like when I try to create time for like music, right? And then I go to classes.
Okay.
Go to classes.
So you don't have class.
Okay, let's put it this way. I go to classes. I try my best to go to all classes, but then my activities will not let me go for all classes.
So let's just say all your students will miss one class at the point. Evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, so can we know your name, your level, and your department?
Emmanuel from Counseling and Human Development Studies.
Your level.
300 level.
Okay, so the question for today is how do you manage to strike balance between your leisure activity and as a UI student?
It's very hard. Actually, it's very hard. I just try my best with reading at night, in the evening, I go for a stroll, and so on and so forth.
So okay,
For classes, I go in the morning, and sometimes I'll start classes sometimes.
so if I may ask, what leisure activity do you take part in? Do you play sports? Are you in L&D?
Yeah, football.
Okay, so
Football.
let's say now you have a class by 8 and the probability of there being a test is 90% and you have a competition. How
Okay.
do you manage?
I have a class by 8,
Yes,
and there's probability of competition.
yes.
I will surely go for my class.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll surely go for my class. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Thank you. You're welcome.